Yeah, Wildcard setting up for it. We'll see exactly how they interpret this one. Flash ready from NQZ for his teammates.
They are going to push through. There's no reason not to do it, almost. They are slowed down a little bit, but yeah, here comes. They think it's just one player on the side, but it is actually three. Stanislaw gets a kill. Sonic taking out Snow. The three-man stack has already been blown open. Now, DGT somehow finding a headshot through the smoke, and that's the only reason why paiN might have a shot at this retake. Otherwise, it was already going to be very, very hard to get back into this round, but there is a bit of a path maybe to get the job done here. Fozy having an awkward battle, extend it with a Glock. He does take the shot, and now it's just out of DGT. No health left at all in the 1 versus 1. He had the triple DGT. He very nearly brought paiN back into that round, but it just wasn't enough. Wildcard. You're going to be wondering, but there will be an M4 boosted up here. Yeah, what an angle. If you miss the timing, you could end up dying right now. Mac-10 on the other side. They're going to know, oh, the timing is sick. Susp is already out of the round, and honestly, Fozy's practically dead as well. This is such a huge victory early on. Smoke going up as well will really slow them down. They're going to be pushed back into the three-man setup at the A-bomb side.
Yeah, this will be quite challenging here. Such a presence from paiN for this hold. Mac-10 up though. That Molotov is, of course, going to just free up some position for that. Force CTs back a little bit, but they're out of position right now. 4 players stacked towards the wrong side of the map here for paiN, as the B side is looking like it may be under assault soon here. Wildcard setting up for this one, and just 1 player on the side, all on the shoulders of Snow with the M4. I mean, it's the weapon, it's the most valuable weapon they have on the team. Gets 1 headshot. I don't know that that will be enough here, and as we'll have to see, it's good positioning for Wildcard, but actually, no, yeah, paiN have numbers still, so there is still something to work with.
There is a chance this will be a really hard round to rewatch for paiN if they don't win it. Because I agree, like in a way, Wildcard still have such a good chance here. But the problem is the damage that's on some of those Wildcard players. Snow did so much at the beginning.
True.
Like he's almost killed 4 people on his own with the boost at the start of it. But it doesn't mean this retake will be easy. And they're running out of time already. Sonic with an important kill, gets 1 more, makes it a quick triple, actually picks up 4, and now on for the ace as he sprays down DGT and keeps it alive for Wildcard. Back-to-back rounds where they're into the 1v1s, but they do get a good start. And also on the other side, if there's stuff to fix for the major, man, you're running out of time for it, you know. Nicely done here. It's Sonic to take down Davideus, who was playing up front on the stairs, hoping to catch somebody off guard. Now, Stanislaw did take a lot of damage in that early engagement. The rest of them are going to be pushing in. They're ready to flash through the middle as well. If they can get rid of NQC right now, they're going to be flashed over and just running out of the apartments. But they do get slowed down. DGT, brand new on the team. 1 day of practice and then 1 official day yesterday, and he's playing really great Counter-Strike. But NQC is going to be going down. It's up to Snow. It's up to the rifles here. They know DGT somewhere, and the jumping Mac-10 to offset that crosshair as they get in is such a great way to play it.
Yeah, just a save here from Biggest Error. So not the best start in the world for paiN. Quite pivotal here, and looks to maybe thin out the numbers as Wildcard look to go for this top mid take. But Wildcard, do they have the util, or will they peek this dry? Will they expect an AWP to be around the corner? Well, here's the Molotovs. There's a good catch there from NQZ, and DGT as well, also doing a fantastic job on the other end of things. And that is a beautiful top mid defense. And Wildcard now in a 2v4, they're gonna have to pick up the bomb and figure out, we've got 30 seconds left, what do we do with it?
So unlikely, isn't it? Stanislaw walks into the shot, and it will leave Sonic on his own. 25 seconds. If he could do some real damage here, it would still be kind of sick. They have some money in the bank. Is it 8,000 on Fozy and 7 on Susp? So in a way, throwing away the AK, the only downside to that is that the enemy might pick it up. But apart from that, if he could have got some damage in here, I think it would have been worth it. It isn't.
And Biggest Error, again, just trying to fight it off a little bit, but just, okay, there's that retake smoke once again. Yeah. However, typically paiN they don't do anything behind this retake smoke, and we already have info here, so that smoke is essentially ineffective from that perspective. Biggest Error holding the angle, flash comes through, brilliant entry there. In Wildcard, over a minute left to play with. They have apartments control, they don't even have to commit into this, but another pick is certainly going to convince them to give it a go. But NQC backside is providing problems. He's going to drop a smoke here. Now things might get a little bit chaotic. The reposition comes in with the AWP scoped in. Can he find at least 1 more here for his team? Oh. Absolutely not.
He was probably going to die either way, but the fact that it's Fozy that just, you know, walks in to kill him. I don't know if we can get this on a replay. It's an obscure request, but there was something unintentionally hilarious about the fact that the first casualty in that round was the chicken walking into the Molotov, and then, like, you know, all hell broke loose right afterwards. It was like a moment of... Fozy's career trajectory is such an interesting one because when he first showed up in sort of tier 2 Swedish Counter-Strike, he was so inconsistent. It's become so much better over the last year, which is really, really cool to see. As an AWPer, it's hard to find consistency. Stanislaw not having a great start to the map here. He's 2-6 at the moment, but Sonic, look at him walking in. I did tell you, every once in a while, he has one of these games. And DDT getting blown up before he even had a chance to react. And now Sonic taking it on himself. This is a call that he himself makes, right? Once he sees the opening, he knows the timing, almost ready for more. I feel like he actually has the advantage in that fight. They don't know what Bigusira is, because otherwise they would probably guess that there's nobody at the bomb site. Snow is going to take a little bit of damage here right at the start. And it's now a 2 versus 3, oh sorry, 3 versus 4 actually. With the bomb kind of about to go down. Deep Molotov onto JBA, but it doesn't matter. He still gets the bomb planted. Sus. Oh, he doesn't know. They're already running out. He's so close to dying. I can't believe he actually is. That's almost luck at the end of it. JBA holding into the back. We've said his name a lot. We're not going to get a chance to see him clutch this one. He will get the 1 kill here. Sus lining up for a couple of great spray downs. And the flank is coming in. It doesn't even matter. The Swedish duo is coming into effect. So, I mean, absolutely brilliant stuff.
Okay, we're clearing banana. What are they doing here? Okay, they re-smoke it. You know, how do Wildcard read this? And it's gonna now they're gonna now trigger more of a movement towards this long position on A.
Right into it. I think they were hoping that maybe there would have been already a bit of a movement with the grenades thrown into the B bomb site.
Anders.
Yeah, they're gonna pull the plug on this one, but there's only one player. It's Bigusira back here. He doesn't have any grenades to slow them. No incendiary, no smokes either. This is really tough. DDT getting slowed down on the other side and actually killed at the same. Bigusira, no one's watching back here. There's no time. He's already won the round. What a slow start for Bigusira, but 3 kills in the round to save his team. I'm surprised that Wildcard thought...
Playing a bit heavier into the banana util, and Wildcard are kind of giving it up and going for a faster timing into this mid control and apps control. The question is, will they just leave banana this round and just go for this A play?
Oh, they're running straight in there. DDT once again showing that he is a great pickup when it comes to the rifling. Every time he gets an opportunity, he's had a couple of multi-kills. Up to 8 in total. Yeah, they get completely blown apart here. I think Wildcard, again, trying to hit sort of a classic timing on Inferno right now because it's so common for the early CTs to either really be 3 at B, but sometimes even one of those players is just kind of throwing grenades that they're, you know, throwing on the ground over there. So they might be occupied, even if they don't really want to defend it the whole time. They might just be sort of, you know, carrying grenades on over. So if you hit it really quickly, there is a chance that you can catch only 2 people at the A bomb site, which obviously is going to be worth it. This one should be impossible to recover. It's a 2 versus 5 as they did get the first kill. And they are very, very close to the site here, but paiN should never lose this one. They are going to lose one more player. Amadeus goes down, but good couple of kills. I was worried.
There's like a crossfire with like 3 players. I'm like, hang on, the first shot's whiffed. This mid-first defaulting is not working as well for Wildcard, and there's that deep banana smoke once again. And are Wildcard going to switch up and challenge it? It looks like they will.
That's a nice HE on top of Bigusira, but he's going to have an even better answer. Sprays down Sonic, who's been the main weapon for Wildcard so far, but Suspicious just, hey, he doesn't give any care. Jumps on top of the barrels and takes down Snow. Nice trade. Rotation. I don't know if they quite hear that, but obviously it's such a big piece of info if they can figure out what's happening in terms of the rotations there. Davideus. I kind of love this setup, but somehow Stanislaw was aware.
That's huge. They can rotate back now if they want.
How did he know that from the start of it? Sus keeps it going. Both those Sus kills were super niche, right? Like he's playing just the edge of the top of the smoke there. And they might as well go back now. They've got so much time. It's a 2 versus 4. They know that Bigusira is over at B. So, and they've already killed Snow, who's the other B player. So it's not a lot of guesswork here. You kind of know what's on the map.
And it's really tricky as well for NQZ with the AWP in that more forward position, and with Stan with the wrap. Now Stan's going to have all this information that, hey, all this is clear. Where the hell is the A guy? That's going to be the question for Stan, but he's actually going for a flank on B. They'll re-hit B. And paiN, they can't afford to really move a muscle here. I mean, NQZ's in a weird position, so he's going to start mobilizing. And this could be, the 2 flanks here, Anders, this could be pretty epic.
Yeah, it's a question of timing purely. I wish that Bigusira had a grenade to slow them down right now. NQZ has plenty. Oh dear, that's the bomb. If he gets it, 15 seconds left. Oh no! Wildcard! They might have left themselves no chance. 10 seconds on the clock. Biguzera, all he has to do is live. Don't take the fight yet. It's to wait to the last possible second, and he did it a little bit too early. There's still time for the bomb plant. They will get this one through. And now it's all on NQC, trying to get onto the site. He swings into his own flashbang, misses a couple of shots. Now the duelies have come out. He's back with the AWP. One more bullet for the wallbang to take down Sus. It's an outrageous way to get him bounced back into the round. And the question is, can he land one more on fozy? He's got the kid in his back pocket as well. This is doable. He's got him locked in the corner, but he's not quite sure. He doesn't know. He thinks he's behind new box. NQC to get the quick scope on top and clutch the round for paiN. 5 on the board. I have no idea how he won that 1v2. They thought that round was won. I thought that round one was going to be round. It should have been 8-4 in favor of Wildcard, but instead, paiN get 5 rounds.
Yeah.
Let's find out if that's enough.
Yeah, into the pistol, and might see it be a very simple start here for paiN as well. Bully their way straight into the B side. 3 players here though for Wildcard. Duelies up on high, and Flashbang doing its job and still maintaining that first position. Oh, hello. Snow has been hitting shots here, and 3 quick kills in fast succession. And that's a bomb plant there. paiN in... They're in a really good position here.
I kind of love it, you know? Just nothing special. Out of spawn, straight to B. Don't slow it down.
Yeah.
The fact that he got the kill for the smoke, obviously at that point you think, well, that's it. The round's probably over right then and there. paiN, you know, for the comeback story, winning this pistol round, pretty important.
Yeah, and I'm curious. I think, we'll see what Wildcard decide to do economically, but we already know how paiN plays their T side. Again, we saw it against Mouse yesterday,
Yeah.
And it seemed kind of anomalous that...
you know, coming up as an IGL and just building this project, and it's taken a while, but his fundamentals and his read of the game, I think, is really strong. So they are just always going to be a hard team to put away, and you know, now they've got the rifling power to kind of back it up, and they will lose Davideus at the start. It's a bit uncomfortable. Shouldn't be too big of an issue, although the grenade very deep here on NQC leaves him vulnerable. He's going to go down to Suspend. Sus was actually at 14 kills. They're even picking up some of the Galils here. paiN might just want to try and see if they get out. The thing is, the crossfire, even if one of them is a USP, is kind of sick. fozy picks up a kill and tries to disengage, draws him into Stanislaus' USP. DDT has gone down, and Biguzera, he's got no health for it. I can't believe it. Wildcard. This is getting into the game a round earlier than it should have been allowed for, and the momentum and whatever confidence paiN might have had pulled out from under them. What a sick turnaround here for Wildcard.
The interesting thing, though, is because Wildcard aren't doing any info plays towards top mid, they're kind of blind. So right now, Wildcard are gambling on B. They've put 3 players there, and paiN get to go into a 2-man setup on A.
I don't know why. You're right, they don't have the information, but it's very rare to see a team do this in a 5v4. I can't believe it. JBA very nearly lining up a bit of a double. Stanislaus down in the pit as the last defender on the bomb side. Backup is not going to get there in time. Snow takes him down. What an uncomfortable call for Wildcard. Bomb getting planted just as that grenade hit. If that had been 1 second earlier, I think the round falls apart for paiN. But now they have a chance to maybe play for the aftermath here. Snow, he's inside of the pit, and Biguzera on the site itself. They need to retake this one. Wildcard, they got in the game early. They don't want to give it back to paiN already. Biguzera just stands up. A bit of a jack in the box, taking down Suspend. Sonic is swift to reply. It's Snow down here. He's already been tagged up. They tapped the bomb once. 10-second defuse unless fozy can get there. He's going to do that with the AWP and the kill along the way with the kit. He's going to have enough time for it. So insanely close round here. I still think the rotation to the B bomb site is very, very questionable. That's so dangerous.
Yeah, it's certainly a curious decision, and again, from what we can see, they didn't necessarily have the information for that call, and that's like, oh, well, that's kind of a gamble then. But maybe there was a sound cue or something, or a player had a hunch. You know, you never quite know, what's going on in terms of the team comms or what some of the players may have heard. But yeah, it does seem a little bit gambly in that position. Like you say, you got the 5v4, you don't need to do anything special. And Wildcard, not wanting to take the risk to go for an info play, which I respect. But either way.
Yeah, they got one more smoke on their own on the T side. So, might be for Little Pit. Yeah, I think it is. Might land on top of fozy here. He actually misses the shot, and yeah, the smoke's landing on the other side. JBA with a very nice little spray down. He will go down. fozy as well, and the pistols just overwhelm the bomb site. That is unacceptable for Wildcard. I can't think of another word for it. This should never be happening. They had 3 people there. The setup really was just a smoke, but it all comes down to the fact that paiN misses the first shot, and then he has to run back through the smoke, which is super uncomfortable. Also, JBA, for all that we talk about it, in that replay, you can actually see what the other part of the problem is. Stan's angle means that the rest of the bomb site is wiped out without Stan being able to actually do anything in that.
Hold
like
the thought,
he's in
Anders. We're
such a
getting
weird
this
position.
mega aggressive push down mid here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They're going for it. And Davide is already very low on health with a grenade in hand. He's going to go down. I like the change of pace. I like the aggression, jumping past the AWP shots missed. JBA, let's go. Could he find another one? He's got 4 bullets left on this one. Oh, I felt that would have been very exciting, but unfortunately, it isn't. But the one advantage is normally when you do this, there's a flash from middle. They don't have any players in the middle, so they're just going to be running right in. DDT takes down paiN. It blows open the defense. Sonic, long-range spray. It nearly kills him. He is down to 16 health, and the bomb is going to be planted. Now, there is another flank coming in. It's Stanislaw back here. Again, we highlighted the fact that he's had a bit of a rough early game. He could really recover that right now. Just 1 kill to open up the retake with. The bomb is already planted. Molotov going down. It's Sonic to get the kill on the other side. Stanislaw will pick up biguzero, and I think that's plenty enough. Sus to drop GGT in the pit. And Wildcard, they reclaim that bomb site with some ease, in fact. Like the whole coordination between every part of that retake. That middle banana smoke is almost always thrown from the T side. I haven't seen too many interesting plays, but there are some teams that are really creative about using it. Shout out to 3D Max for people who really want to catch some nerdy stuff there. paiN right in their faces. It's going to be the MP9 to get the first kill, but the speed up behind this has been shut down. JBA, I want to be able to call out his name more. He's not been playing badly, but he's not been playing anywhere near what we expect. He's got to step it up. It's almost certainly wide open. They're pushing into Stanislaw with a FAMAS down below, and Sonic would have been too far away to do anything anyway. I just feel like this wraparound, and Sonic has disappeared just at the wrong time. He was covering this angle for the last 30 seconds, but he's decided to walk away. JB very exposed. He should be going down. I can't believe he's still alive at all. 15 seconds. They don't know about Sonic or Stanislaw, and as a result, he should win the round. 9 seconds left. No health at all here for Davideus. He's going to try and just test out the bomb there, but either way, he was going to get traded out. I don't know, paiN Gaming. Honestly, they had such a great shot at winning this round because you could see JBA is not ready for the flank around. Yeah, just narrow the options. You're right. Like there's not a lot of sick fakes coming out here or anything else. It's sort of straightforward. Could also be the fact that they haven't practiced a lot, so maybe biguzero doesn't want to make it too complicated on the entire team. paiN lining up 1 more kill, ready for the triple. Almost had 1 more bullet to take down biguzero, but that should do it. The bomb has also dropped pretty far back.
They want to win the round without the bomb, Anders. No one decided to take it with them. Like,
listen, it's a small detail, you know.
How sick would this comeback be if we just don't take the bomb with us? That'd be like next level.
Just fight to the death, no matter what.
Yeah, the bomb is complicating things for them right now.
It does happen every once in a while, especially on Inferno. It's weird. Sometimes everyone else thought that somebody else already had picked it up, and then you realize with 30 seconds, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. I forget this was many years ago, but I remember there was one round where the bomb didn't spawn in an Inferno game in a tournament. I can't remember which tournament. It was like many years ago.
I think that you're right. There's one because it could fall through the ground. I think there was one where they could, like that. That actually did happen. I think you're right. I forgot about that. I don't think we have those kind of bugs anymore. I feel like that's we have different bugs, obviously, but not those.
Yeah. There's a world where biguzero could actually find a headshot here. I mean, this setup is kind of ridiculous to deal with, but if he can manage to find a way to dismantle this. I mean, they're isolated in that setup, so I take it back, Anders. He's getting 1v1s here. He's got 2 1v1s. There's 2 more to get, and there's time to plant the bomb, and there's nothing to stop him from doing this. And out of nothing, a 1v4. Surely not! biguzero resetting the situation again, and now fear starts to set in for Wildcard. That is atrocious. What an unbelievable performance. Nobody expected that to happen. They had a setup, Anders, looking at an angle where they were isolating themselves.
To get the momentum back, they need to stop paiN in their tracks immediately, or this whole thing can go completely off the rails. It is the map pick of Wildcard here. They really don't want to end up losing a clutch 1 versus 4. What a flashbang, setting it up. Even though he got dinked a bit here, Snow, it's not a bad job. He still does get a lot of damage in, and now they're pushing into Suspend. They will take care of him easily. I don't think he had any head armor, so even the Galil there will just blow him up, and Sonic, he's been playing an absolutely fantastic game on Inferno. He's got 18 kills, and part of me wishes they would have pushed through into the 5-7 just to give him a chance, but opening up this side of the map, I think there's no reason why paiN have to take that risk at all.
Totally. Yeah, they are cruising right now, and it's really, really difficult for Wildcard. Obviously, at least this is the first map, so like kind of know what, no matter what happens, you know, they can just say, okay, well, we have some more chances here. They get time to reset, but this is a difficult. Just thinking about that clutch still, it's just a difficult spot to be in. It's very demoralizing for a team, and Sonic,
oh, here we go.
Here's the man.
Do it.
5-7.
It can be done. At this range, it can. If you're quick enough. He's waiting for it. They do line up for him. He gets 1, 2, and looking for the third is Sonic! Taking him down and bringing Wildcard back into the game. You know, it's not an exact science, but Sonic, sometimes he just gets the job done. The little detail about that one is the fact that he pauses for a second before he shoots the fight. It's like a 1-second trigger discipline. fo0zi, I hate everything about that relocation. Gonna come back and will get himself traded. I don't think that was worth it. None of that was good. You don't have to give your life. You don't have to swing so wide.
Oh, no.
If you let paiN back into this one, there's almost a certainty that it's going to be overtime. And I don't know if Wildcard can survive that. DGT has taken down Susp. Dan, I can't stand. I almost want to close my eyes. We're very hard to cast with that kind of a setup.
Sonic is the man now that could save the day because the bomb is rotating into his position. Hopefully he's still feeling it after that 5-7 clutch. And he's got a great position in onto the B site for a defense. He's outnumbered, and there is this other unknown quantity of the third player. I'm not sure if that position is known or not. They do know that position was compromised, but Sonic is out here on an island. His two teammates are far away. Can he hold on?
It looks like he can. They owe this Inferno map to Sonic right now. He has been such a monster. Already up to 23, has picked up the AK at the same time, might get shot in the back, but no, actually, biggosera comes back to check on Banana just for a second. They've got kits, they've got 1 HE as well. And with that damage on the snow, that might be enough. Here comes the grenade on top. It's actually going to be from us before it even connects. And biggosera, what could he do? They go for the long defuse. I don't know why. 10 seconds. The rest are going to be holding the line. I think it's enough. I think they've done it here. Wildcard, they close the book on paiN. What a close match this was. 13-10 at the end. And if not for Sonic, they would have lost this map. There's no question about it. What a way to get started. And Sonic, he was out of control on that opening map. But like I said, it's about 1 in 10 maps. I doubt he could do it again, but I would love to be wrong about it. How sick would that be? DGT has already spotted out this mid push. It's the bomb leading the charge. So there are no surprises. They're not going to fall back from this. They are 100% committed. And they're piercing all the way through into CT. Spawn getting slowed down a bit. Sonic and then Susp, and they just won't stop. The Glocks, they do the whole wraparound. This is the sort of strat you might call with your friends at 3 in the morning saying, what if we rush through middle into CT spawn and then wrap around back to the A bomb site? Oh, and shoot everyone to the head on the way. Why not?
I thought for a second they're trying to extract to the sailboat or something. I mean, they're like going all the way. That would be so sick if you could swim in this game, but you just die for some reason. For some reason, no one has learned how to swim. Couple forward Molotovs, got that mid Molotov, the Molotov outside B as well. So, okay, I think we've seen about 6 Molotovs thrown in the first few seconds of the round.
Let's go. But I like this setup. They had the incendiary from the A-bomb site and the flash on over, so it's very common for T's to be playing behind the barrels up there.
Nice peek.
Oh, Stanislaw going down right at the start. Oh, damn. All right. The audience over on Blast TV, not really too confident. It's fo0zi taking down Davideus. They are rotating back. The bomb is still in the middle. Oh, DGT, look at the rotate through. He's going to catch the bomb. Oh, he's got the knife out. Oh, no. Get that rifle back out, son. Sonic's going to take him down. What a disaster. If he just held the line, even running, if he had the rifle out, I think he can win that fight. And suddenly he's got the bomb in middle.
Yeah, there must have been a communication issue there where paiN are convinced that it is like just everyone's into the site. But I mean, it's been so tentative. I love this from Wildcard because they're high levels of threat towards the B site, but they're not committing. And there's an error that they forced by doing so. So great work from them, but still problems on the site. Snow's been hitting shots, really good shots all day. biggosera also following up here as well, and Sonic able to get the trade there, but there's still a chance as we have one player backside in position. It's biggosera, and he has gone huge. Had the 1v4 clutch earlier. And now it's down to NQZ. Orb comes out, and that is a shot, Anders, that if it connected, it's on. But As you can see, it did not, and so it's off.
In my mind.
Yeah. And they have been, Wildcard I feels like they have been very diligent with like making sure they can catch up. But whoa, okay, fosie's going really fast, straight through the Molotov with the AWP in hand. Is this expected? Might be able to find an angle here. Good flash. Oh, the timing. The shot whilst blind is beautiful.
Absolutely absurd. Pushing in, some damage even through the smoke right here is NQC. Feeling the pressure in the back. He's got the AWP. They've got more Molotovs. He's going to be careful. He could get burned out here. Snow battling on the bomb site itself to try and get it back. Nice flick from NQC. Taking down Stanislaw after the double. They have a man lead still. Wildcard. That bomb ticking away. And paiN, this is a must-win round. Even if you're a man down, you've got to find a way. It's not going to be doable here. The Swede stepping up. He opened the round and he's looking to close it again. In fact, he might have just done that with the kill. Damadeus holding on to the M4. He sees fosie, he's kind of guessing that he's going to come for him, but he can't win the round any longer. That's not going to be an option. It's going to be 6 in a row instead for Wildcard as Anubis betrays paiN in the early stages of this first half. It's not done yet. But the fact that it's so T-sided also means that could be a bit of a split here. So it looks like fosie is just going to be controlling the rotations. The bomb is leading in. I'm also getting nervous now because honestly, this was a 2-man attack onto the A bomb site. I think they are way overcooking this Wildcard. I think they might have lost their minds, in fact.
They are keeping 3 towards the B site, but as you say, there's not much time here, and that is important, getting that instant entry, but NQC still got presence. However, looks like the bomb will go down. The Molotov just misses there. fosie with a nice headshot. NQC still from up high, still trading these ones out though with the AWP, that very menacing presence. But Sonic down around the corner manages to just barely evade the scope, but NQC seems to be looking for it. He sees the barrel, easy headshot, easy finish. JBA is the last person standing here trying to save this one for Wildcard, and he might just do it here. Just Snow, and there is the 1v1. It's going to go Wildcard's way again. They can't do any wrong here, Anders, here today.
Yeah,
but I hope
I'll blame you, Dan. Listen, you're responsible if it goes that way. You said it.
I'll pay the therapy bills.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's still obviously quite a few opportunities here for paiN to get some buffer to work with and going into that second half. And it's a fallout assault onto the B site here. We've had very slow rounds, a complete pace switch up, but a nice 2K on the side here for paiN. They have more players here, but still a lot of util to contend with. It's so hard to hold these positions.
This is the power of these B executes. I think I said it right at the start. Even when we have 3 people here, holding those kind of rushes actually insanely hard to do. And you're seeing why. Even if there are 3 CTs there, they're not fighting together. They're all having their own battle. They can't help each other out. And then the Molotovs up to the high ground there to burn out. Snow obviously going to be even more impressive. DGT with a 1-7 scoreline. Bigos with 1 and 8 again. paiN with a couple of people who are not even really in the server at the moment. It's a nice headshot, but it doesn't change anything. Even if there is a kit on the ground somewhere, I think it's just too late, unfortunately. Some nice damage, but the round is still going to be over. DGT making a run for it here. Wildcard up to 8 in a row. Pushing paiN out of the tournament right now. How do you do CT aggression without paying way too big of a price? And there are a couple of teams that have figured it out, but a lot of teams are struggling still to do that on this one. Really deep smoke going down there. It's fosie taking down Bigos in the middle. You can see that smoke is a setup for NQC to push down. That's why they threw that smoke from CT spawn that lands. He wants to, and I think Wildcard are going to know that. It's become somewhat common. So they can see they're holding far back. They're ready to be fighting someone in this position. NQC, oh my God, he's close to dying there. But they know. You could see Wildcard, they've done their homework. They knew exactly what that smoke was made for. So really great homework. Molotoving out DGT and isolating it. Yep, they knew everything. How well prepped are they?
Yeah, they look so comfortable here, and
you're never going to expect, you're going to think maybe it's a double push in middle and the other 3 are outside of the B bomb site. So even if you kill 1 or 2 people here, you stop looking at one point, you're going to be looking towards main instead. Sonic goes down. There's Sus, and again, DGT in the corner. 15 seconds, the round is not done yet. It's a good defense at the beginning here. They're doing a really fine job, but he's on his own. And just by sheer force of the manpower there, so many, it's a 5 versus 3. Honestly, it's a good fight for paiN, but it's not enough.
Yeah, at least they get to have a fight, like you say, because otherwise if they just walked into A, that would have been pretty demoralizing. But wiping out all the guns again. However, of course, paiN able to get a full buy on line into this next round. NQZ will pick up the AWP, and I mean, that is a phenomenal shot. It's just nothing going their way for paiN here so far.
I think the fact that they found NQC pushed up like that,
someone's just, you know, on your throat at this point. You're like, you're really feeling that pressure. The sense of urgency for that B play is massive, and you feel like there could be an attack at any moment. And we've seen Wildcard not initiate that and just hold it for ages, force mistakes, but they're going to go with this, I think, Anders.
Yeah, they've already thrown down one Molotov, puts a bit of pressure on Snow. Going to be able to catch the early one and drops straight in for the AK. They might finally be able to get around here. We're at 40 seconds. They will lose Big Azira. It's Stanislaw just endlessly throwing bullets into the smoke to find him. Sonic with a headshot. Snow trying to get the reload in just in time, but Sonic, he's shooting people he can't even see. 2 kills through the smoke. He doesn't need that. And NQC and DGT, a 2 versus, they should probably go for it. This is already way out of control. paiN, they have to try. They have to give it a shot. They've already lost 1, and now it's obviously going to be too late. 10 in a row for Wildcard.
It's James time.
Even now, 1 round, I mean, I don't know how you could get the team back online mentally. It's not going to be easy. Molotovs thrown in from either side. Susp.
Okay.
I think that says something about the level of confidence, you know?
Yeah, that's huge. And Susp has been an absolute criminal getting into that E-box position, just stealing it away so many different occasions. So this is, I think, one of the only times we've seen that E-box position be won by paiN this early.
Yeah. Speaking of lurking, Sonic is going to be alone in the middle. They're gonna go to B again. But if Sonic gets even 1 kill here, it's going to blow open the defense almost immediately. Stanislaw, not the entry they wanted. There's Davideus going down in the hallways. Nice shot from Fozy. He's on point, and Snow is alone. And they know that Sonic is back there in CT spawn somewhere. Oh, what? He runs right into him. That's not even a no-scope. He quick-scoped him. Lightning fast. 10 seconds left. Big Azira, 1 kill in the first half. He is dead, and it is all on DGT. Walks into the Swedish sniper. 12-0 in the first half here in favor of Wildcard. A great day for America, as Apex might have shouted at one point in time. Still,
America.
Don't really know the context, but it kind of makes me smile, as Apex often does. He just has that effect on me. I can't really explain it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's JBA. A nice challenge, you know, he's feeling confident. I don't know why they wouldn't, but NQC, he bought the P250 for that exact reason, to eliminate the difference between the Glock and the USP at range, and it works. And with a USP, no less, not in the dualies. He's got some backup coming in a couple of seconds. Fozy's really not that far away. And they are delayed, paiN. They might have given up their opportunity to hit that bomb site while nobody was there, but it might be even better than that. Ooh. They find the dualies of Sonic. There was nobody holding for him. He was all alone. Bit of a weird kind of a lapse here. You alluded earlier to the potential for a 13-0, and honestly, look, it almost felt at one point, Dan, like you summoned it into existence, like you just made it happen. And there would have been a lot of angry Brazilian fans.
Hey, don't put the responsibility on me like that. That would be, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's the problem.
I was worried there for a second, but it looks like they are going to be able to recover it here. No kit, and in a 2 versus 4, I don't know the level of disaster that would have to strike paiN to lose a round like this one. And it's not even going to get, they're not even going to try. They're just going to look for the exits, which is totally reasonable.
Yeah, you get some, obviously, get some extra money if you get some of those kills.
It actually, in a way, it sets it up for the most heartbreaking scenario where they win this round and lose the next one.
That's true. That's true.
That's worse in some sense.
That is true. And I am really interested to see what Wildcard's CT side looks like. I'm really looking forward to that. So I hope we do get some good rounds here out of paiN, so we get to see what that look is for them.
Probably does enforce a lot of that stuff.
I think he's a real culture setter for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, like a no-nonsense kind of guy. Like, he would tell you afterwards if you started playing too crazily, and he's like, hey, come on, you know, it's not really worth it here. Galil, one of the advantages, the bullets there, doesn't have to reload as he just escapes, and they take the A bomb site. Smoke and Molotov on the high ground. They're going to run through because why the hell not? Flashing their way in. It's a nice attempt, but the results just aren't there. It's Davideus. 3 good kills to pick up this one. Nice grenades landing. Again, they're throwing these deep ones, but nobody's there to catch on the other side. Instead, it's Snow. A bit of an opening, but a fantastic flash. puts him back on a bit of a back foot here. Sprays through and actually insanely close to getting the kills. Gonna be Fozy. He's gonna be so mad when he watches the replay. They tagged him in 3 different locations as he was running away.
To be fair, Anders, Fozy kind of did it to them.
That's
so
fine.
I feel like I feel like it's all fair, you know.
All right. Eye for an eye kind of mentality.
Yeah, and the switch up here for paiN looking to go into that B site. We saw how difficult it was for paiN to hold this. We'll see if Wildcard can do a better job.
Well, they do have a 3rd man rotating in. Sonic is here just when they needed him. I still doubt it's going to be enough. Biguzira will shoot Snow in the back of the head, but I don't think it makes a difference here. JBA, fantastic stand at the end of it. Very impressive with the double spray down. He probably should have been dead after the first one. Susp in a 1 versus 2. He's got plenty of time, and he gets the first one for free. Can he find NQC on the other side? He's already low enough that one headshot would have done it there. The fact that NQC was on 81 health makes a huge difference when you've got an M4A1 on the CT side, but getting shot in the back won't do the trick. So 4 to 12 here, and these grenades, that's all around so far, maybe except for the pistol. They've actually done great damage onto that position. I mean, obviously, there's not that much to play with here. Got a nice flash out. Sonic running in and getting a couple. Hold on.
He's the 5-7 man.
He can't get away with this. Smokes up. He's bought so much time. Now, the bomb is still further back, but it's created a space for the middle play. Stanislaus snuck in behind, and Biguzira might not be ready for it. This is actually insanely dangerous. Now, he's looking. He's so smart, though. This is IGL versus IGL, and both of them were kind of aware. Missed opportunity, unfortunately, for Stanislaus. That could have been so sick if he would have found the headshot. I think Damadeus should be able to take him down. Oh, they're putting some pressure on. They really want to hunt him. Handling himself very well. Finally goes down. Sonic, though, he would have to get the ace to pick up this round. I don't think that's going to happen.
It's certainly unlikely, especially with the health situation. Very, very low. 1 bullet would do it. But has the AK, so see what Sonic is able to extract. And they are buying next round no matter what. So has the ability to go for this. The money is good enough, though, for paiN that it doesn't really matter if he gets the kills, though, at this point.
I mean, realistically, he shouldn't because he's giving away the AK. And that's the logic that they're employing here. I really wanted him to do it just for my entertainment. I think it would be so sad. There's no you can never justify going for this, and it becomes this really hard guessing game for the CTs to figure out what's going on. It's also why the CTs want to control those positions to stop that early rotation from happening. So I think it's actually one of the more fun dynamics of the game. Now, Suspus here, throwing down a very fast incendiary, and I love that. It will slow them down. Is he ready for more as they come through the smoke? He most certainly is, chewing them up, and a lot of bullets on the other side. USP comes out. Fozy gets a couple, but he will get taken down. He's not all the way done yet. 2 versus 3. paiN with a disadvantaged position here. The bomb being planted. They're rushing their way through. DGT. They call his number and he's ready. 3 kills in the round, but JBA up on the high ground. That is a very nice spray down into the 1-on-1. NQC on the other side, and with an AWP, Dan, if he misses the shot here, it might be all over. If he knew that he was a bit low here, JBA, the pistol might be a better choice. He's going to try and get the shot with the AWP up on the high ground, looking for the top of his head. He's so close. He jumps, and he still gets the shot. It's JBA getting the round on the board for Wildcard and knocking paiN out of the tournament.